For today's cup of coffee with Scream,
Cup of coffee.
that one is feeling better. I am not.
This is the first day that I have felt like myself in this whole fucking week.
Yeah.
And weekend.
And for those of you on BitChute and Rumble, I wish that they had the community notes like they do on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Because those folks, I can let them know what's going on. You know, if we can't make a cup or whatever's going on, I just give a quick update of what's going on.
Right.
What's gone sideways in any given day. Because there's a lot of sideways in our world.
Yeah. BitChute, can you please implement community notes?
Yeah, that would be helpful. Now, BitChute did quite a bit of upgrading, but that was one of the things that I do wish that they would do, and I wish they'd do it on Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Rumble do that too. And X, please show us the character limit. Please.
You can have some fun over on X. You have to be discerning. That's it. You just have to be discerning. But Kid, and I told him there before I posted the community note on YouTube, I said, I'm violating your HIPAA rights. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, literally.
Like anybody has HIPAA rights anymore.
Right.
Like anybody has any kind of privacy on anything. We all uploaded on some database somewhere. Y'all know that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So, but when he went back to the clinic, to his primary, the gentleman had told him that he thinks that he has, it's a particular type of virus. It's called Coxsackie virus. Yeah. And usually small children contract it.
What does that say? What does that say?
And it's usually in the summer and autumn. And that it's key features of this sudden onset of a high fever, sore throat and difficulty swallowing, small whitish gray blisters with a red border on the back of the mouth and throat. And it says that it can affect anybody, but it's most common in children. Uh-huh.
Well.
Uh-huh. Well. And so there's really nothing that they can do, but at least he didn't end up in the ER and stuff this time, and at least we know kind of sort of what it is.
Can I say what you told me?
It depends on what I told you at any given moment.
That it was me wanting to be a child still.
That's
in
possible.
Some capacity.
On a Reiki basis, that very well could be. On a spiritual basis. I think that's possible. Most diseases have spiritual and or mental components. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but anyhow, somebody had told him, and I think I had probably suggested this at some point also, to gargle with warm salt water.
That has been the solution for many a thing over the years. Tried
and true methods.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's interesting because also anytime that somebody gets a virus or whatever, a lot of times it has a tendency to affect what area is weakest. Mm-hmm. And where Kid has chronic allergies and stuff, of course that nasopharyngeal area is going to be more susceptible. Because it's already compromised.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard to figure out some of these things if you just stop and think for a little while. Medicine and everything is not...
Thinking is hard.
Just woo-woo.
Thinking is hard.
It can be. It can be. So he's doing better, but I'm popping vitamin C left and right.
Yeah.
Because I can.
Please pray that she doesn't have to deal with this for like a week like I did.
No, I just, it'll be all right. It just annoys me is all it does. It just annoys me.
Well, the thing is, I do take into consideration that you are diabetic and that shit affects you.
Diabetes is
more
stupid.
so than it does me.
Yeah, diabetes is just stupid. All it does is make everything cumbersome.
I did tell you, like, I was hoping that you wouldn't get
I know,
sick.
but it just is. You cannot live in close proximity with another human. You just can't. And it's also one of those, that's how the immune system works. And it also makes me know that I need to go ahead and order some other things. I need to order some olive leaf extract and different things like that. Because, let's face it, that's winter. That's every year.
Mm-hmm.
And the immune system boosters, I need to order some more of the homeopathic type of sambucol, which is a black elderberry.
Yeah.
Because the black elderberry syrup is wondrous. And it is chocked full of sugar. But you can get the little homeopathic tablets. I'm a firm believer in homeopathy. I've used it for a very long time, and I like it.
Homeopathy is a lot better than pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. Yeah. Herbs, supplements, different things like that. And people are slowly coming around to the realization of who the pharmaceutical company is.
Yeah, they are.
So some of these people that we thought were here to help us, and a lot of the people that think that they are here to help other people, it may not be so.
Right.
And that's tragic on every level conceivable. And Tucker Carlson, I was listening, I haven't finished all of it. I think I've got 20 minutes left on the interview. Tucker Carlson has some incredible guests. He really does. And just always informative and stuff that you're like, wow. Just wow. And so he had, and it's on YouTube, and he probably, you can subscribe, I thought maybe like $5 a month or something to his own network. And I think you get extras and different things like that. But he's really good of uploading these things on, I don't know that he uploads the whole shows on X, but the fact that YouTube lets him have his channel and not yeet some of the guests, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. But he was interviewing, it's either Joseph, I think is how you pronounce this gentleman's name, Joseph Witt-Doerring, and he's a psychiatrist. And he talks about SSRIs, benzos, the pharmaceutical industry, things that are pertinent.
Mm-hmm. He gives some really good information. And they talk about like some really good stuff there.
If you've been on these medications, if anybody you love has been on these medications, and who hasn't, who doesn't, stuff that we never knew, such as when I was, even in the 80s, they were teaching us in, as far as psychiatry and, mental health and different things like that, psychology, that depression was, biochemical imbalance in the brain. That's not so. They have, within the past year or so, come out and said, that's not so at all.
What have they said?
It's something else.
Is it a matter of, it can be, I know depression can be circumstantial.
Yes, very much so.
But it can be a spiritual issue.
Yes. And it could have a whole lot to do with diet and exercise or lack thereof. Yeah. And that is true of a lot of Americans. That is poor nutrition.
Poor nutrition.
We are overfed and undernourished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the rest of the world is noticing. And it's like we have all these, as far as we are the most medicated nation on earth, and yet we are the sickest. We have the lowest quality of health. Mm-hmm. So what the hell's going on? And people are beginning to notice.
Other nations actually try to fix whatever.
They're not poisoning their people like they do here.
Yeah.
There are things like pesticides and different food additives and stuff that were banned in other nations years ago.
Right. Now, those other countries, they're killing their people in more severe ways.
Yeah, different. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Different, still severe, but different.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's globalist agenda.
Ours
on
is
that
almost
stuff.
more of a It's almost more sinister.
Yes. It is sinister. And the thing is that the institutions that we once trusted to use those to bring harm.
Yeah. And to really realize that they have lied to us all this fucking time and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was a lot of what this gentleman has stated. I mean, it was just stuff that I have said for many, many years. Because I've studied. And I'm not stupid, people.
Right.
I don't believe whatever the CNNs and stuff. I've stopped listening to that shit years ago.
Yeah. Now you big wrinkly brain.
I don't know
smart.
about that, but
you smart.
It's just to sit there. I can get a gut feeling about something. Going, you know, it's just that's how it rolls.
Yeah, and you roll. You follow your gut.
Mm-hmm. Because that is your second brain, and that's part of the problem with the illness in our nation is that a lot of people have poor gut health, and neurotransmitters, they have proven, are there in the gut. So that was the reason with some of these drugs that it didn't have to cross the blood-brain barrier. And that as far as them messing people up, I think one of the most disturbing things that he validated, this was a subconscious, well, it wasn't really subconscious, it was just in the back of my mind somewhere, was that yes, indeed, if a woman is pregnant and taking an SSRI such as Prozac, that it can affect the child. And I did take Prozac when I was pregnant with youngest kid.
And I told you that was no fault of yours because
that
was the doctor's fault, and that was the people who were prescribing that medication that did not do the studies.
Well, I had asked him, I was like, should I stop taking it? And he's like, well, it's really not been studied, but it should be okay. And because I trusted him. And, you know, youngest kid over there is a fabulous human being, but he has a lot of challenges, you know, with the anxiety disorder. And it's like, what if that's not an anxiety disorder? What if there was actual damage to his nervous system and or brain? And that's possible. And that concerns me.
And if so, there's nothing that can be done, and it's all right.
Well, it just, you know, there is that mother's guilt. My God, there's mother's guilt.
Now, I get to make brain damage jokes guilt-free now. I don't have to worry about offending anyone because I can target myself there. No one can get mad if I'm making fun of myself.
Well, and he was talking also as far as benzos and that these benzodiazepines and how that these things give relief almost immediately. And yet they are extremely addictive and also extremely hard to get off of. That's what Jordan Peterson had been placed on. And the withdrawal process of those things damn near killed him.
Wellbutrin. The name of that medication I was on that really fucked me up, Wellbutrin. Never getting on that fucking medication again. That really put me in a headspace that was terrifying.
And that was what, they have black box warnings on SSRIs for young people, teens, and it's like, and when I was counseling, my God, kids, this shit, they was passing it out. I don't know that there was a single child that we were counseling that wasn't on some kind of fucking pharmaceutical. Not a one. So what are we doing? What have we been doing? What have we done? And it's, you know, I'm sorry, this one's not light and fluffy, having to face some stuff.
We have trusted the people who we believed were the ones who were left there to take care of us.
Yeah. And that we were told We were indoctrinated into believing that these people knew more than we did, and that they had our best interest at heart.
Yeah.
Both of which were lies. It's not that there's not well-intentioned people, but when you've got some of these industries that are in control of the universities that are training these people, and that was something that Bobby Kennedy, with his MAHA movement and stuff, training physicians about nutrition. And I know that even back in the 80s when I was in nursing, usually the nurses, we had to have one semester, just one, on nutrition. The doctors didn't even have to have that.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought doctors...
No. No.
They have completely just assed up the medical field.
Yeah. Ask questions. Always ask your pharmacist. Make sure that you have a qualified, competent pharmacist. Make sure that anybody that you go to is competent. Because you've got a lot of people out there in these fields that are not competent.
Yeah. And this is also why they're trying to shut people down and trying to shut certain platforms down and have been. Because more and more people are waking up and starting to talk about this and call them out and boycotting them. And the fact that the boycotts have been successful lately, that is scaring the shit out of them.
Good. Because their time's coming. Even as far as astrologically, some of these people that have had control over the population, that reign of terror is ending. And there's nothing they can do about it. No. But until then, we need to be discerning. This is not a time to just lay down in despair or whatever. No,
No, God's got this.
Do what you can do. Keep fighting.
Yeah.
Expose the works of darkness. That's what we're commanded to do. One of the many things.
I'm possibly going to be doing that this Monday.
Well, just like I said, wait and just wait and see. Just wait and see. Don't jump the gun on that stuff.
I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm going to get my facts straight first, and then I'm going to ask them. I'm going to ask them what happened.
But anyhow, this is a very valuable show as far as with Tucker Carlson. He's doing some really good work. People that nobody else knew who this psychiatrist was. Some of these people that they've been there, but they were not in the public eye for a reason. Some of these people that are huge in the public eye question. How did they get there?
Usually the people that are front and center in the public eye, they are distractions.
Sometimes. And the influencers. Influencing in what way?
Social.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as the influencing to do what? To be discerning. You got to be discerning.
Oh, I can tell you. They're telling you, oh, you want bigger lips? Buy this lip plumper.
Sure.
You want to grow your hair? Buy this hair oil. Buy this whatever product. Want better gut health? Buy this. Literally, it's if you scroll on TikTok for about 5 minutes, you will see about like 15 ads or sponsored things or people promoting whatever product.
Sure. If somebody's selling something, ask questions.
Or people are telling, like that blue light thing that I told you as far as Walmart. Them using those 10,000 watt bulbs. That's that blue light.
Right.
That's not true. Turns out that that's a rumor.
Right.
That's what some of those influencers do. They literally spread lies and manipulation that way.
Sure, just like mainstream media.
Distractions.
That's Operation Mockingbird. It's been proven.
But with people like Tucker Carlson, he's actually bringing people that's not in public view to the front. And actually helping expose all this stuff.
There's been question about him because for everything there's always blind faith in anything will get you killed.
Yeah,
that's an old quote. But it's like as far as his people having CIA or some kind of background in that, and it's like it gets to the point that it's brain breaking, and that's the intention, to where nobody trusts anybody or anything. That seriously is part of the psyop.
Mm-hmm.
And we're telling you to think for yourself. Do your own research. We ain't asking nobody for nothing.
Yeah. Well, no shit. Like, literally everything that I'm seeing going on, that we're seeing, everybody's seeing going on. I already, if you've ever looked at the Illuminati card game,
yeah,
everything's right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, and I can't remember who it was that had said that within that belief system, the Illuminati and everything, that it was about consent, and that if you let people know what was going to happen and they didn't stop you or whatever, that it was supposed to stop them from having bad karma. I hate to tell them this, that ain't how that rolls.
Yeah, that's not how it rolls.
Not
at all. And it's not even that they're not even getting consent.
No, but like I said, this is a twisted, demonic way of living.
Yeah.
That they think if they've got temporary power on this earth now, that they don't have the presence of mind. They're blinded is exactly what it is. Because eternity comes after this. And then what are they going to do? That's where you get the weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Yep.
So, but this is, like I said, really good information that Tucker has brought. It's an easy listen. This guy is a psychiatrist, but he does not have the need, like some, to use these, $3.50 words to where the average podling can't understand it.
Yeah, it's still in layman's terms.
Yeah.
Put the fries in the bag, explain it to me like I'm 5.
Yeah. It needs to, some of the things, and everybody's like, well, people are dumbed down. It doesn't matter. They need this information. Put it in a way that they can understand it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be in damned APA format.
Not everything. Ugh, fuck APA format.
I hate APA format, God. And that was something I had seen a snippet, and it was a farmer that, as far as him being out in the field and just observing different things, I didn't listen all of it this morning, but he said that a lot of these kids would graduate from college and come out there to work with him, and he could tell them something and they would not accept it because it hadn't been peer reviewed. He said that's not science, that's academia. And what a brilliant quote that was. Science is basically observing.
Mm-hmm. Science is
cause and effect.
Yeah, it's observing and writing down exactly what you saw.
Yeah.
No opinion piece in there.
Yeah. But one of the horrible things about these SSRIs and some of these other psych drugs, and some of these people have been on them for years, there were no long-term studies done. He said that the studies that were done on these drugs lasted 12 weeks. 12 weeks. And you've got some people that have been on these damn things for years, decades, and that the side effects, they have not told people, some of them are basically irreversible.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit's just insidious.
It's like I had to unsubscribe from a YouTuber that I have watched literally since 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
who.
Raytonisation.
Nobody knows probably other than you. Anyhow.
Oh, a lot of people know. If anybody was a weird kid,
okay.
was a weird kid and got into My Little Pony at one point and watched the creepypasta versions of it, yeah, you'll know of Raytonisation. But she did like this whole Into the Mind series,
mm-hmm.
like really going into like all of her traumas and all that stuff, and talking about the medications, and watching her
trauma dump
and literally going to a downward spiral.
And that's
and
one
it's
of the
still
things.
Going, and it's worse, and it's like, No.
She does need
No.
to go to therapy.
She is, but it's not.
Well, she needs to
it's
find
like
a different therapist if she is not.
And I'm wondering how much of it is trauma and how much of it is side effects of medications that she has took in the past, because she accidentally overdosed on one of her medications.
Lovely.
Like, and she had to preface accidentally, because she has legitimately tried to overdose on certain medications before. And after she accidentally overdosed, she had a permanent tremor.
Well, yeah, because she caused herself some brain damage.
Yeah, and literally like weirdness in her brain.
Yeah.
Happened after that.
Yeah. And this gentleman also talks about as far as marijuana, and he referenced big marijuana. And he said that some of the stuff now is 40% stronger than it used to be. Mm-hmm. And that is the thing right now. It is a matter of, oh, well, this is a better strain, and da-da-da-da-da. And that there is such a thing as marijuana psychosis.
Yeah. That
they're not telling people about.
I listen, I got firsthand experience with that. I can. It's a very much real thing. Mm-hmm. And it's a terrifying thing, because you can't get out of that shit. Once you even if you smoke, like after a week, like you can ride it out decently. After a week or two, no joke, 2 weeks in a, what is it called?
Psychosis.
No, the facility. What do you call that type of facility?
It was an
temporary psychiatric care facility.
Yeah.
Legitimately happened to be in that 2 weeks because of, well, the first time was not fully because of marijuana psychosis. The second time was. And it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. But now, even as far as
scary and rough shit, and it took over a year, or probably a year or more to get fully better.
And they put him on the SSRIs twice, and me sitting there screaming at these people. I wasn't actually screaming, going, "He's getting worse. He's getting worse." And they're like, "Oh, well, just give it a few more weeks." That was another one that was like, "Please God, don't let me catch an assault charge."
Yep.
Give him a few more weeks until what? Because that was one of the things. No, I have worked with that. And anytime that you have a kid that is put on a medication, or an adult, that you notice a worsening of their behavior, and that's not just with psych meds, that's any med.
Yeah.
Then you need to notify somebody, and if possible, to stop taking it then.
Which medication was that? The Wellbutrin that they tried to keep me on?
I don't know.
Because it's like that shit. Nuh-uh.
No, when I went over there, and that woman's like, "If I'm going to call over there, and if you don't have them there, I'm going to call the police." And that was my then primary had to come over, because I know he was afraid I was going to go across that room on that woman. But no, what it was afterwards, it was calling and saying, I did not appreciate being threatened. I was professional about it, but I also wasn't going to take the bullshit. It's like, that's my child. How dare you?
See, I have a lot of guilt from that, Mama.
No, that had nothing to do with guilt on that. You didn't do that. And it's like, if it wasn't, some of these people you can't even take legal action against the way that it is right now. But that really should have been a form of malpractice.
Mm-hmm. It should have been. Because
advocate for yourself. If you know somebody that can't advocate for themselves, be their advocate. Find them an advocate.
No matter what the case was, that should have never been said like that.
No.
Ever.
No. I've fought worse than her before. Yeah. Like I said, inform yourself on any, read the inserts, go online, do research about this stuff, anything that they're trying to prescribe to you, but especially these psych meds.
I think Murray has mentioned Prozac, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. I'd have said a whole lot more than that. I'd have said a whole hell of a lot more than that.
Now, I don't know if it was him for a fact. I know it
Yeah.
was one of my doctors.
And I would tell him why. I would send him a link to this article and say, "Now you need to," or to this video, and sit there and go, you need to really rethink what you were indoctrinated. Because they don't know. Most of them, honest to God, don't know.
They don't know because they're blindly trusting these people too.
Yeah. So it's clusterfuck. And it's hurting people.
And that's what's, I think, like with people who are in public school and then end up going to college now, they don't realize that they're being indoctrinated the entire time.
Right.
And then worse in college.
That's why people need to study for themselves. If you can find an alternative way to heal, do it. Do it. I mean, I understand that there are times and there's a time and a place for all things, including pharmaceuticals. So, yeah. Sorry this one wasn't light and fluffy, but that was just information that people may need. We want people to be whole and healthy.
Yeah.
We don't want people to keep suffering. A lot of the suffering and a lot of the depression that is occurring in the world right now, one is because some people they don't feel like they have a sense of purpose. That, and they don't feel loved. That and the loneliness. My God, there is an epidemic proportion of loneliness right now. And in that, 2020 and COOF, that shit just amplified it. It cranked it up to 11. And so it's a matter of reforming friendships, communities, different things like that. Going out and taking a walk in the park or whatever safely. God love y'all that's in these urban environments. I really do pray for y'all. Reach out to another person. And that's where, I just because I don't do well with organized religion, a lot of people do. And there are a lot of benefits of it if it's somebody that's, not something that's blasphemous or, apostasy.
Right.
You don't need to sit there with that.
Exactly.
But as far as the fellowship and that sense of belonging, that can be invaluable. That there are some churches and stuff that they truly do have that sense of community and support for each other. And that's what they're supposed to be doing, is taking care of each other.
Yes.
And other people.
That love, compassion, and care for each other, that is priceless.
Yeah. And to reach out to other people that are broken and to pray. My God, we need to be in prayer. Over the past couple of years, I have heard the term demonic possession more than I ever dreamed that I would hear it. That people are recognizing it for what it is.
Yep.
And more prayers.
Believe how much shit I am hearing on TikTok about this stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it's scaring the fuck out of me.
Well, it's not a matter of being afraid. It is a matter of understanding what you're dealing with.
I understand what I'm dealing with, and I don't got any power.
No, but Jesus
God has
does.
the power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's something that always, these ghost chasers and stuff like that, that's out here, that they telling whatever to leave. You have no power. You have no authority.
Yeah.
The authority comes through Christ. I will not go down that way. That's the demonology subject is something for another day. We've done that over for the years because we've had to deal with it on a personal level. That's not fun. It was not fun.
It's not fucking fun at all.
So, the link will be in the description box to the Tucker Carlson interview. And let us pray one for another. Mm-hmm. And for these people that do have the odd behavior. We don't know how much. Do you know that in Scripture, the word, it talks about in the last days, and it's translated as the word witchcraft. In Greek, it's pharmakia, from which we get the word pharmaceutical. For real.
Now, if that doesn't Wait, if that doesn't open some eyes up, at least slightly, you know?
Well, we got a lot of people that's doing occult stuff too, as far as, summoning shit. So I think it's both sides of the same coin. Don't be summoning shit.
Yep.
Anyhow, you want to tell the people where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at RolandaCOCWS. Go follow me on there too, at It's Okay Clay. Y'all need to go see what I posted at X. I literally added them about that damn character limit thing. You laughed at it.
I did. It was hilarious. He has some good posts on there. And if you are on these medications and stuff like that, do not lose hope. This gentleman that is a psychiatrist has a way to help people find alternatives or to get off of different, psychic meds. And there's ways. Pray about it. God will make a way.
Mm-hmm. He always does.
That he always does. It may not be in our time, but he will always make a way.
And it may not be in the way that we expect it.
No, that's true. That is way true. So, know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep.
Bye.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.